Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Alexandria Lakes Area Fishing Report. I'm Mike Frisch. Last week in our report, we were actually out filming a Fishing the Midwest 2020 TV show. We were trolling crankbaits behind lead core line in an Alexandria area lake. And I told you that we'd get into more of the specifics of lead core trolling this week, so that's what we're gonna do. Now, lead core is a really great way to fish during summer and especially late summer into fall. It's a pattern and technique where you can put a lot of fish in the boat. Some folks don't use it because they're a little bit intimidated by it. You don't have to be. Here's what lead core line is. It's simply a lead-centered line, hence the name lead core. And that lead-centered line gives the line weight, and what it does is it takes a bait deeper than it would normally run. So if I'm using a crankbait, I like to use shad style baits. My favorite is the Lucky Shad. In fact, I call this pattern, I've kind of nicknamed it Lucky and Lead. But a lot of our shad style crankbaits on typical 100-foot of monofilament or fluorocarbon line, the bait will dive, say, 7, 8, 9, 10 foot. Well, that's not deep enough because a lot of times in the summer, the walleyes are deeper than that. So here's what I'll do. I will use a 15-foot fluorocarbon snell. I'll tie my bait to the end of it using a crankbait snap, and then I'll take and tie the other end into a tiny small swivel, and then I'll attach that to my lead core line. Now, lead core comes in colored segments, and here's the key feature. Depending on the lead core brand that you use, most of the brands, each colored segment will take the bait an additional 5 to 7 foot. For me, I use lead core that takes it 7 extra feet at about 2 miles an hour, which is typically a pretty productive trolling speed. So here's what I do. I let my crankbait out, and then I let one segment of lead out. Now let's go through this. My crankbait is diving, say maybe 2 to 3 feet on that 10 to 15 foot segment of fluorocarbon. But now when I let out my first colored segment of lead, it's gonna take it another 7 foot. So now I'm down around, say, 8, 9, 10 foot. I let out another segment, drops it another 7 feet. I let out another segment and it drops it another 7 feet. So now I'm 3 times 7, 21 feet plus another 2. I'm in that 23, maybe 24 foot range. And a lot of the basins that I troll out away from structure because the fish have moved out and some of our lakes into the soft bottom. So now I'll troll in say 25 to 26 foot and keep that bait right up above bottom. If I'm in a deeper basin, I let out more lead core. But it's really important to keep track of how many colors of lead you have out. You can figure out about where your bait is at, and also keeping track of how much lead you have out helps you duplicate productive patterns. If you catch a fish with say 3 colors out or 3.5 colors out, you want to put your lines out to that depth again the next time on your next pass. So lead core line, crankbaits, and the Alexandria Lakes area, a great way to catch late summer and fall walleyes. Get out, give this pattern a try, and you're gonna put some fish in the boat. Until next time, good fishing, have some fun in the Alexandria Lakes area.